1874 and continued on and off for about 20 years. Now the owners of this mine put around £14,000 into it, but they only got £3,000 worth of lead in return, making a loss in the end of £11,000, which in today's money is more like £4.5 million. So it was really a bit of a waste of time, effort, money and life as well.
Smile, guys.
Now before too long, we'll be coming up to the first vein of lead that the miners found out here. It's known as the Little Winster vein. Little because it is very small, and Winster was the name of the 12-year-old boy that had to work down there. He'd been down this small space for up to 12 hours a day, crawling along on his hands and knees with a pickaxe in one hand, a shovel in the other, a bucket round his neck and a candle between his teeth. So not really ideal working conditions either. And that first vein is coming up on your left-hand side, just before this light ahead of us in the tunnel. We'll go nice and slowly under the largest vein of lead that the miners found down here. This bricked up archway just here. Now watch out for the drips on your way under there as well, because there's also now the foundation to the gents' toilets just upstairs. Careful. Okay, so that's known as the Longcliffe vein, named that after the Longcliffe hillside that we're currently travelling underneath, which is the big hill upstairs behind the shop. As I said, that was the largest vein of lead that the miners found down here, and they were so eager to get every penny's worth out that they mined it for about half a mile in either direction until they eventually came out in a farmer's field. This did cause us a few problems, because when it rained we had sand, silt, small plants, rocks, sheep, children, things like that getting washed down here and just getting in the way. So the reason it is bricked up back there now is just to stop the tunnel getting all full of stuff, really. Okay, now to be honest with you, we are actually entering a rather boring stretch of tunnel that I don't really have much to say about. So if you do have any questions, do feel free to ask. If not, I'll just do a little bit of steering and I'll be back with you in a few minutes.
How deep's the water?
It's only about a metre deep, the water in at the moment.
And is it pumped out or does it level itself?
What we're doing is we're pumping in at the other end, and we've got overflows and things in the system. Let's just keep it at about a metre deep.
Safety hole.
Okay, so this is Bigelow Cavern itself. It is a naturally formed cave created by two rivers, one from up there and one from there. Now the miners weren't expecting to find this. They blasted in from the main canal, which is where we've just travelled down there, into this area here, which is where we're standing at the moment. Now the miners had a blast in here looking for lead. Had a blast.